Buffalo comedy. He also does acting, so he's multi-talented. He's just a generally nice guy, funny dude. Give it up for Dr. Babeville.
Thank you, Sir Kev. I love that guy. Let's hear it for Kevin a little bit more. I have the honor of being your oldest comic in Western New York. There's a claim to fame. Short have to cry for help, I think. I turned 71 last week, September 27th, 71. Thank you. That's always a good cheap laugh. And now when people ask me, Dr. Bob, what's your sign? I say, caution. I don't want to fall down and break something. Oh my gosh. I am extra careful about falling down. It's not, I don't have a balance problem. It's just with this belly now, when I approach a doorway that says, watch your step, you know, I can't. I can't see it. I'm at the doctor's for my annual physical. He's looking at my blood work. I don't like the look on his face. He says, Dr. Bob, you got to really drastically reduce your LDHs. I'm like, LD, what's that? Yeah, the little donut holes. You got to cut down on that. Damn you, Timbits. And your little suitcase that you come in, too. Yeah. So I started worrying about my health. And then I couldn't sleep at night. I called the doctor back. I said, I can't fall asleep. He let me try Ambien. Whoa, that's some powerful stuff. First night I took it, boom, out. Slept like a baby. I shit my pajamas. Not what I was expecting to do. Oh my gosh. And at 71, my years are starting to catch up on me, it's true. It starts with the little things. My memory's slipping a little bit. You know that thing where you're at home by yourself and you get up out of a chair to go in another room to get something. By the time you get in there, you know, you can't remember why you were going for that gum. It's happening to me a lot. I worked for 40 years in the counseling field. It's true. And then I just, thank you very much. All the patients in the car. Then I just walked away from that job. I didn't quit. I just had to have a tendency to start wandering off. It's a symptom. It's a symptom. But my friends have been very supportive about the wandering off thing. They just opened up a Go Find Me account. It's been very helpful. Very helpful. What else can I tell you? You know, when you get up in years, you have to deal with the aging of your own parents. It's very sad. It's very humiliating for my dad. Oh my God. For months, my mom was begging me, Dr. Bob, you got to take Dad's keys away from him. You got to take his keys. So I did. And even after I did that, he still kept managing to get back in their house. He's kind of a sneaky guy. I don't blame her for wanting him out, though, after all those years. He was a very critical man. It's like, almost seems like anything we did, it wasn't good enough for him. I remember one time I told the family, look, if I ever get some kind of horrible, incurable disease, I want to make use of that doctor-assisted suicide thing. My dad turns around and says, you know, you're always depending on other people. Ouch. Oh, gosh. But I had an older brother. He was kind of tough to deal with, too. He bullied me a lot. I don't think he wanted a kid brother. In fact, he admitted to me fairly recently that he cried when they brought me home from the hospital. That was after my last colonoscopy. So this theme continues. It's rough. It's rough. And my parents, they had some strange attitudes about sex too, as if I didn't have enough to deal with. And my dad, one time when I was a kid, he walked in on me pleasuring myself, and he freaked out. He said, "Well, what are you doing?" I said, "No, waste of energy. Don't be doing that." He went into his room and he brought back a stack of fishing magazines, Field and Stream. Told me to look at that, distract myself whenever I get the urge. Yeah. Well, I was compliant, so I did that for about a month until I got bored with outboard motors. But I got to tell you, to this day, talk about the power of association. You know, anytime I get near a Bass Pro Shop, I automatically get a big rod. It's like a reflex. Can't help myself. Oh gosh. So this left me with problems in life, emotional issues. I always had trouble with commitment, especially because in my family that word commitment was usually followed by the word state hospital. It's rough, it's rough. In fact, when Kevin approached me to be on the show and he said, "Dr. Bob, you belong in the Ninth Ward." I thought he was trying to have me put away. I hate when that happens. That's not something I need in my life at this point. I'll tell you what else I don't need in my life at this point. These porn sexual emails I get every day in my spam folder. Hot Ukrainian girls want to sex you now. You know, I delete them, send them more the next day. I keep they're endless. Then I realize these women are in a war zone. Yeah, that's crazy. But unfortunately, that brings up the same issue for me about women in general. Right? Does she really like me for who I am as a person? Or just using sex to get out of a somewhat unfulfilling domestic situation? That's what I want to know. That's what I definitely want to know. But I got to tell you, then we got guys sending out the dick pics all the time. It's crazy, guys. Don't be doing that. Don't be doing that. You know, don't you realize this could be turned against you, sent on to your workplace as revenge porn? Oh my gosh. Got some women crowded around at the office looking at a cell phone. Yeah, that's definitely a department head. That's not right. Is that right? A lot of guys are insecure at the size of their equipment. I have to admit that's not me. In fact, the one time that my girlfriend asked me for a dick pic, I had to switch my camera to the panorama mode. Thank you. Thank you very much. Oh boy. How's everybody in the alcohol balcony back there? You doing all right? Getting what you need? I used to be very heavy into the alcohol, it's true. Even as recent as college, I didn't care, yeah, recent. I mean as early as college. I didn't care that I was under 21, as long as I was over .08. That's all I really cared about. Oh my gosh. I remember I joined the drama club. They were doing Charles Dickens' A Christmas Carol. But I immediately got typecast as the ghost, you know, the ghost of Christmas passed out. Didn't care for that at all. Not at all. But with all the hard weather we've been having and the tornadoes and floods and droughts and fires, smoke from Canada, I have a little trouble with people who are denying climate change. It's true. But then I go all the way in the opposite direction. I think, you know, I got to blame everything on it pretty much. You know, I get a cup of coffee from Tim Hortons. God, this thing is too hot. Why the hell can I? Climate change. Some milk in the back of the refrigerator is freezing up a little bit. Climate change. I thought that joke was going to get a little bit more for my closing. Climate change. No problem. And that's what I said, folks. Thank you.
Dr. Bob, everybody. He brought his prescription pad, everybody. Make sure you are aware. Get your drugs from Dr. Bob.